Do your thing.
She says, Joyce, you need to come back to church and hold up the battlefield for Christ. We need you in church. At the time, I'm talking to my older sister who is as saved, sanctified, Holy Ghost filled as I used to be. Now I'm just a heathen. I sleep and slop and shit like the prodigal child of God that I am, but I take a moment to listen to my sister as she tells me about the extra accountability I face when I see my king because my disobedience is conscious. But all of her truths become tainted with nonsense when she tells me that I've stopped fighting. This is when I feel obligated to overcome her, my sister, the clean saint with the words of my testimony. So I confess, I'm a wicked warrior, but I'm a warrior nonetheless and will remain one until my days end. I was born this way, unarmed, baptized in false tradition, suddenly alarmed by a trumpet's blow, pushed into a season of war when all I was raised to know was peace. Stripped, robbed of self while serving a God of increase and placed on the front lines. Mine, a heavy defense made of aging bronze, loins girded, feet shod, shielded and helmeted in a resistance too heavy for a baby's bones. Fighting, 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 not against flesh or blood, but principalities and powers and rulers of the darkest hours of this world. And I learned quickly, swiftly, gave my heart to God to gain a selfishness towards my own life that I cannot explain. So I drown my thoughts in gin. I wake up with the meanest war cry, and some days I cry because I woke up again, but I fight. I fight. I fight. Dirty. I'm reminded my enemies can kill me each time someone hurts me, but I'm certain they can't win if Jesus promised me victory. But he didn't promise me happiness. So I cuss and I fuck and I fulfill my flesh while it yet lives give. My soul to my king to toss to his heaven or hell. And I'm faithful to rephrase whatever eternity he lends me to as justified. While you, dear sister, you look mortified by the blood and guts dangling from my loins of truth. You disagree with my disregard for my breastplate of righteousness. But righteousness will never be small enough to fit me. And if a fiery dart of my enemy should seek out my chest and hit me, it will only find me hollow and leave me as holy as I ever plan on being in this lifetime. The peace that I cover my feet with is a gift from God, and sometimes I gladly give it to the dead and choose to liberate myself in uncertainty. But above all, dear sister, I remain shielded in faith, helmeted in the hope of grace, which is salvation. Without grace, we are all the walking dead on this battleground. We would all be headless spirits that just seem sound and full body. But dear sister, don't confuse quitting with my living far on the front lines, neck deep in blood, guts, and shit, while you are doing all you can just to stand and remain squeaky clean.